Do you want to hear a joke? What did the apple skin say to the apple? Give up? He said, I've got you covered. Let's look at this nonfiction reader. It's called Apples. Let's start with the table of contents. First is what are apples? The second page will learn about apple orchards. The third page, parts of an apple. On the fourth page, we'll explore different kinds of apples. On the fifth page, an apple a day. Maybe you know that saying. When we get to it, we'll see if you're right. Sixth page is interesting facts. I'm excited for this one. And the seventh page, as always, is the glossary. What are apples? Apples are some of the world's most popular fruit. They are healthy, delicious, and they're all over the globe. Do you like apples? There are over 7,500 different kinds of apples. Some of them are red, others yellow or green, and some with all three of those colors. One thing that they all have in common is that they grow on trees, like we see here. Apple orchards. Apple trees take about 5 to 7 years to mature enough to be able to produce apples. Each spring, apple trees blossom. A blossom is a flower. Inside the flower, there are seeds that can eventually turn into apples. In order for this to happen, bees need to pollinate the flower. After pollination, the blossoms fall off the tree and the apples begin to grow. It takes about 5 months for apples to be ready to be picked off a tree. Parts of an apple. Have you ever seen an apple cut straight down the middle? It is a great way to look at the parts of an apple. If you leave an apple sitting after it's been cut, it will start to turn brown. This is because the flesh is reacting to oxygen in the air. Also, did you know that 80% of an apple is actually water? Apples vary in size, color, and taste. They also have different purposes. Fuji apples, Granny Smith apples, red delicious apples, and yellow delicious apples like you see here are the most popular for baking. Yum, look at this apple pie. Gala apples are crisp and sweet, which makes them great for apple cider. Jonathan apples, Macintosh apples, and wine sap apples are known for being used to make applesauce because their flesh is softer. Apple a day. There's a popular saying, perhaps you know it, it's an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Do you think that there's any truth to this statement? Apples are very nutritious, so they do help keep us healthy with ingredients like vitamin C, potassium, and fiber. Did you know that many of the vitamins in your apple are in the skin? See, the skin in this apple is red, but there's also green apples and yellow ones. So if someone wants to peel an apple for you, tell them no thank you. It's time to look at some interesting facts about apples. Did you know that China produces more apples than any other country? Did you know that apple trees can live to be 100 years old? Did you know that apples are members of the rose family? The best way to pick an apple is to twist it, not pick it. It takes 36 apples just to make 1 gallon of apple cider like you see right here.
Red delicious, Macintosh, Granny Smith, Ida Red, York, Golden delicious, Jonathan, Northern Spy, Honey Crisp, Gala. I love apples. I love apples. Yes, I do. An apple a day makes me smile at you.
Let's look at the glossary. Flesh. Remember that? That is the part of the apple that's really yummy, the white part of the apple that we eat. Oxygen. It's a colorless gas that can be found in the air. Produce, to make, or cause to happen. And purposes, the reason for doing something. Remember, be able to tell your teacher a fact or two about apples. See you next time.